All right, so one of the people we have invited or who wanted to come on the show, but things unfortunately didn't work out, was 40. 40, we would still love to have you if you're interested. Someday, any day.
40 canceled, man.
Things didn't work out. Let's call a fucking spade a spade. That nigga wasn't coming up here. I knew he wasn't coming up here.
I'm not an asshole like you guys. But anyway, the point I was trying to get to is that Act did have a very long conversation with him, and you shared some of it on Twitch, so I feel like you could share some of it with us here.
Well, first and foremost, it started from my Instagram. So I posted he posted something that said the formula, and we've talked about formulas a lot on the show. So I reposted the shit, and I said, oh, the OVO Formula. Nigga hopped straight in my DMs. He's like, Act, stop fucking playing with me, man. I'm like, I'm echoing what you said, the formula. So now he said, he said, I want to call you to talk to you because you guys on the show, y'all get a lot of shit misconstrued and incorrect when discussing OVO as a label. So he really wanted to speak for that. I did say to him, well, if you do want to clear these things up, rather than a private conversation with me, the best thing to come on the show and publicly say your piece. Definitely very outspoken. He defended his label a lot for all the shit that we throw on him for either Party's album not being promoted as well, or whatever sign-ins that may have happened or may have not happened, people that got off the label, McConan. He basically had his reasons for them. I would love for him to come up here, or, I mean, he said at some point he'll have some type of way to put the information out.
So he's never coming here?
Nah, I ain't coming here, man.
Okay, that's cool.
But basically, he did give me a lot of information that I would not know, right? Like for example, like even the signing of McConan, right? Like, I just thought that was odd because I've always heard McConan's side saying, yo, I pretty much got used up by OVO. And he said, listen, the only way we could get him to even have a career and get him to pop off is for that song to be as big as it was. Drake hopped on it. The only way Drake could hop on it, we had to sign him. That's how it is. There's a loophole, blah, blah. So he gave me some little things that at least explained why they did some of the things they did. Also ghostwriting. We had a conversation about that too, right? Because I think when we talk about, because I discredit him a lot. You know what I mean? Drake's my favorite rapper, but when we start having MC talk, I can't put you in it because of the ghostwriting shit. So we went through all the tracks that were in question, right? In his opinion, it's called co-writing, right? And co-writing for him, and shit, you an MC, maybe you could shed some light on that.
Co-writing takes you off of the MC conversation.
Okay, but their whole thing with the reference track, because I was like, the reference track is like smoking gun. He's like, well, this is how it went down, right? Drake is in one room, Quentin's in another room, and they're recording back and forth. Drake makes a track, brings it to him. He might add something, brings it back to Drake, and that was the process for one particular album, right? The reference tracks you guys hear, you automatically assume that Quentin created the whole thing. But whatever, I mean, people are gonna fall on whatever side. But so you're still saying co-writing off an MC list. Yeah. So anything more than you in the studio with the homies, they kind of add a line or two, or be like, yo, nah, say this way. Anything more than that, you can't be in the MC conversation for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not talking about creating on the song. Every rapper does it. I'm talking about your raps. That's it.
And also, I think they were really triggered by how much people discredited Drake's, pretty much his pristine project, which is Take Care. Remember when they posted that pic? We talked about it here. And everybody's in the comment section saying, yo, you need to thank The Weeknd. And being the guy who produced the album and EP'd it, 40, he was telling me, and he went in depth in how much Abel did contribute as opposed to Drake, and he did. So for him, I think it was frustrating for him to see credit being just given to The Weeknd when it felt like, of course, he helped out, but Drake deserves credit too. So again, you got to keep in mind.
So basically, he said nothing.
No, that's not true.
No,
they had
said
a long
lot.
conversation
I
that he
just
shouldn't
can't say
he
everything
say
here. And also, I would love for him to come up and say most of these things himself that we could ask him on the record. Right?
I feel bad for him because a lot of times people are assuming things based on the little bit that they see publicly. So I'm curious, as someone, you do this a lot. I'm wondering, now that you've had this long conversation with him, do you feel like you've been unnecessarily harsh on OVO, or were all your criticisms justified?
That was justified because I didn't have the information. Now I'm having some more information. Now I could evaluate things different. And I told him that. I was like, listen, we're going to write the narrative for you if you don't say shit. And for him and OVO, or him, Drake, and whoever else, Oliver, they say that's the battle that they fight because they don't speak.
Did he tell you why he dropped the ball on Majid Jordan twice? Did he tell you why he dropped the ball on Party?
Well, in his opinion, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
Dropped the ball in terms of promoting? According to him, he says he puts the same amount of... The one thing he did say,
same amount of what?
The same amount of marketing dollars like any other label in promoting these guys' projects.
Oh, okay. Got it.
He did say, though, he said signing to OVO don't mean Drake about to go on no goddamn press run to promote your shit. Drake is Drake. You're signing to OVO as a label. Which is pretty fair, but even though I told him, this was my retort to him, because we were like really going back and forth.
Nobody would sign to OVO if without a Drake feature 40. You don't know that?
That's what I was trying to tell him.
Nobody
I was like,
on
they're
God's
signing
green
because of
earth.
Drake. So if the Drake
They're signing because y'all are promising shit like that over there, which is why a lot of artists signed to you that I have personally spoke to are disgruntled as they're signed to you. So call a nigga that no. Call me. Don't call him who you could feed useless facts to. Tired of these niggas, man. Come do a fucking interview. Not here. Do it somewhere.
I mean, as I said, he did say a lot. Most, I won't say.
Majid Jordan has put out 2 albums. 2. Division has put out 2 albums.
I talked to Division about this as well. And they said that they wanted to go low-key with the first thing. The way the project rolled out, they said
wanna
that
go
was not
low-key
40.
with the second one?
Well, they said that was not 40 or the label's
Did they
fault.
wanna
And that
go
this
low-
time they're out and about.
They're being what?
No.
I want to hear this.
They said this time around they are putting more effort. They're out and about. They had the listening that we went to. They said the way the first project dropped, they said that was not the label's fault or 40. I asked them this specifically.
I'm going to start some type of artist branding company.
That's important because it feeds into exactly what he told me, and we give the artist the keys. So if you're seeing something or you're not seeing something, it's not the label preventing them. That's how they want to go and promote their shit, or they want to go in terms of the...
So you believe that?
Look, this is what I heard from Division, not from 40.
You believe that?
Well, I'm inclined
if I want to go low on my own, and what the fuck am I signing to you for?
I'm inclined to not believe that because it's coming from 40, but if we have the artists echoing the same thing, what am I supposed to say?
Time out.
They both lying?
Yeah, you say what the fuck? What the fuck? Division gonna say something talking bad about OVO? No. Low key the first time around, cool. I roll with the artist too. I'm on the artist side. Explain the second time. Explain the second time. You had a listening party? That's what you're telling me? Division?
They put more effort, right? There were billboards, there were on the road. It was out there, though.
I didn't see it.
We did talk about the OVO sweatshop and all that stuff, party, tracks always. And according to him, he says he always tell Party, like, yo, keep, like, some of these tracks you shouldn't be giving out. So that's, some of this is a party thing. You feel me?
Man, I'm done.
Look, Joe, I understand the point you're making, but I don't know that we put all of this on 40. But to your point, it would be great if he could just come here and say it himself.
He ain't gonna come here and say it. Them niggas ain't. No, it's not me. It's not me. Don't say me. These niggas are not gonna do interviews with people knowledgeable.
Well, he did say he want to have a sit down with me. You could be my ear, Joe.
I don't want to do that shit. I know the answers to all the fuckity fuck shit he about to say to you. Do it. I'll watch the Twitch.
But you know, at least he was given a perspective. We never hear from them. Well, you never hear.
I don't want to hear from him if this is what he's gonna say.
But at least he's giving some type of response.
Back to Pinky.
You want to hear what you want to hear.
I don't want to hear none of this.
Joe want him to say, yo, I'm trash.
Word.
I'm fucking trash.
But 40's not trash.
No,
but
okay,
that's why,
not like that.
That's why it's disappointing.
I think you want to hear, hey, as a label, we're trash. We're not promoting these people.
I want them to go fucking do what every other label does, which is take some of the millions of dollars they've made and go hire somebody. I don't think it's 40's job. I don't think it's Drake's job. Whoever's job it is, somebody over there at OVO has to pay attention to every act signed to OVO.
So
and make sure that there's some more attention paid when they're dropping a project. That's all I'm saying. I don't have no beef with OVO. Except I like their artists, and I don't feel like enough people know when their artists drop music.
I think this is an interesting point, just hiring more help or infrastructure of people who can do that so 40 and them can focus on other things.
Yeah, these are
in the middle of the hate, that's a good suggestion.
That's a legit That's a legit
It is. That's
point.
always been my thing with
Right?
them.
So-
Maybe we're criticizing them and they don't have the infrastructure for the
Don't worry.
label.
I'm gonna call Ford to ask him why.
Because a lot of people
Chops
a lot
to
of
handle.
people don't
Chops,
know
could you handle
that
Master
Drake
Jordan, bro?
don't really have nothing to do with OVO. They don't know that. They ain't telling us that. So it's confusing.
Actually, in the conversation, that's one of the things I realized, like that Drake, even though he's the face, Drake is really only responsible for like one
Drake.
person.
Right.
Well, one signee, which is really Baka, which is the only other rapper on the label, which is his homie. You get me? Everybody else is really 40 or Oliver. Really, Oliver's brought most of them. So again, yeah, I think you might be right with the infrastructure thing to make sure these artists are catered to. But again, if we're hearing this from the artist saying, "Hey, no, it's not their fault. It's happening exactly how we want it to."
No. That's what Division said to Pinky before the album was released. I'd like to hear what they got to say today.